Hey everyone, Cherie here. Today I'm going to be creating a traveller's notebook spread using a combination of stamps from Kerri Bradford Studio and from Everyday Explorers. So the Kerri Bradford Studio stamps that I'm using today are the Around the Block. I'm using this beautiful word from that stamp set. I've got the Welcome stamp set here. I really like this arrow. I'm not sure if there's any others I'll use on this one, but I've got that one there too. I really want to use this wheat background. I love this one. And I've also got big blooms. There's a phrase on the side here that says pausing to take in the moment. So I really want to use that on this spread today. Now, this is the first time I'm using some Everyday Explorer stamps and I love them. I'm using the digital version of Passport Home and 29 prompts. So with the 29 prompts, there's lots of things to choose from here, but for my spread today, I've actually printed out the words love this so much and thankful for this. I'm not quite sure which one I'll use yet, but I've got them there ready to go. And you can see here I've already printed out the page that my journaling will be going on to using the digital stamps in the home stamp set. So just to show you what I've done here, I did all this in Photoshop. So I've used this home stamp here at the top. Then I chose the curved on my way stamp and I've curved that around that curved arrow there. Then this little house down the bottom here, I've added that to the top, and then the little set of keys I've just added to the side. And then down the bottom here, I've got the Love My Neighborhood stamp. So that's really fun. I had lots of fun in Photoshop playing with that one. So I've got that page ready to go and I'll be adding all sorts of things to that. I do have my journaling already printed as well, so that will be going onto that page. I think I'm ready to make a start, so I'll show you how I'm going to put this together using this combination of stamps. Okay, so now that my digital stamping is done, I need to stamp up my Kerri Bradford Studio stamps. So I'm using my new Misty tool and I absolutely love this tool. It really helps to make your stamping nice and crisp. You get a lovely image. You can go over the stamp with ink multiple times and you'll still get that perfect image. And it is a game changer for these background stamps. I often had a lot of trouble getting a nice even coverage of ink and then stamping it. And this way, if I don't get enough ink the first time, I can go right ahead and re-ink and it'll stamp exactly in the same spot the second time round. So here I am with the first stamped image. There was a couple of little patches that I wanted a little bit more ink. So I'm just going to ink that up again and press that back down straight over the top of that previous image, and it looks great, nice and crisp. I'm really happy with the ink coverage. So I'm going to keep stamping on this same piece of cardstock. I will just clean up that stamp a bit before I peel it off and put it away, and then I can grab those other stamps and stamp those up as well. So I'll peel that one off. Okay, so the other stamps I'm using is the little arrow from the top left corner of the Welcome stamp set. So I'm going to position them onto the cardstock and then I'll be able to pick them up with that clear cover. So there's that little arrow. Then from the Around the Block stamp set, I'm going to use the beautiful word. So I've got that one. I was looking at using another one, but I did go back to that beautiful word. So that's just going underneath there. And then I've got the phrase from the Big Blooms stamp set. So I'll just grab that one out. And I decided to put that one on the side, so I'll just reorganize those. I can close the lid and pick up those stamps now. Make sure my cardstock is back in position and I'm inking those up, and then I can close it up, push that down, and the images look great the first time round with that lot. So really happy with that. I can go ahead and clean up my stamps, put those ones away, and then I'm going to cut out each of those stamped pieces to use on my spread. So I'm going to use my trimmer to just cut a couple of strips from the background stamped image, and then I'll cut out the rest by hand. Okay, so I'm ready to start putting this spread together. So I've got those two strips cut from the background stamp going along the bottom of each page. My journaling will be going in the center of that right hand page. So I'm going to start sticking those pieces down. Alright, so that's going on there. There is a bit of excess I'll need to trim off. I'll do that very shortly. Okay, so that one's done. So I'll trim off those ends, and then my journaling will be able to be added to the center of that second page. So just using my tape runner to do that. And then I have one more piece to go on this page, and it's the beautiful word. So I like that it's that solid black that helps to balance out from the little house at the top there. And on the photo, I've got the other three pieces going on that page. I've chosen the Love This So Much piece from that digital stamp set, and then I've got the phrase from Big Blooms and the arrow from the Welcome stamp set. So I can start sticking those down now. I'm going to use my T-square ruler to add the first one, just to try and get it as centered as I can and make sure it's nice and straight as well. And then I can use that one as a guide for sticking the other pieces down. So that one's done. I'll use a little bit of double-sided tape on the back of this one. It's a little bit thinner than the rest, so I just find double-sided tape is a little bit easier than the tape runner. And then I've got that little arrow that's going underneath. So just a little bit of double-sided tape there. Wasn't quite happy that first time, and I did need to trim a little bit off that edge. So that is now done. Stick those ones down, and the little black arrow just helps to create a visual triangle with the black house and that black beautiful word on the other side there. I'm going to grab my sewing machine now and add stitching to those stamped pieces. Give you a closer look at that. I love the texture that sewing adds to each project, so you'll see that I do that on almost every project I do, a little bit of machine stitching. So you can see on this page I've done it at the top and bottom of the journaling and across that beautiful word, and also along the bottom strips too. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I've put this spread together using stamps from Kerri Bradford Studio and Everyday Explorers. Let me know if you've got any questions, just pop it down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and I'll see you again soon with another project. Thank you for joining me today. Bye for now.